Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It's Macro Monday, the first Macro Monday. How exciting. We will have a look at what is the trading bot doing. Did we do our first trade? But also, what are the macros saying? Does it have an influence on our strategy, etc., etc.? So, without further ado, let's dive into it. My name is Elias, and this is Macro Monday. Okay, as you can see here, the bot has not actually done any trading. You would see that with phase one, well, going to phase two, because we start at $100. We then go to, I believe, 500, then 1,000, then 2,500, then 5,000 real money, which we're investing. But obviously, only if the signals occur, the bot would start trading. Now, we are down from yesterday by 0.1%, but that's because we're holding US dollars. That has nothing to do with the bot. So let's go into presenter mode. What is the bot actually watching currently, right? So with gold, it's sitting above the 200-day average, but not in a fresh breakout. The bot waits for another 30 days high before buying. So yeah, I mean, the buying signal has not occurred. Now, with the S&P 500, it's above its 200-day average and breaking a new 30-day high. This is the trend setup. The bot buys, so it would be positioned long. So it should trade along, trailing a stop near 730 US dollars. Now, because we only funded, because it's the first week, right? We only funded $100. We can't buy an S&P share at $730, so we're not doing this trade. So the first trade will be gold, because that's the one. Well, we're trading a cheaper gold stock, which I believe is around $90, which would be the first trade. Now, for the Nasdaq, it's above its 200-day average and breaking a new 30-day high. This is the trend setup. The bot buys, so it would be positioned long, trailing a stop near 698,000. So what the bot is allowed to do with gold, allowed to buy only a new 30-day high, S&P holding long, and Nasdaq also holding long. Now, for the macro this week, US stocks hit new high and hopes rise for US-Iran deal and lower oil. AI investments and solid US profit underpin resilience in US stock. Higher for longer inflation keeps focus on Fed path and valuation. US growth still looks steady as weekly indicators stay firm. So as you can see, I've also included links. So if there's something very interesting happening, we could have a deep dive into the sources where the information is coming from. What to watch before Friday? US May jobs report and unemployment rate is going to come out, labor market. So this would be an interesting one to follow. A full week on economic calendar features fresh jobs market data as well as few Fed speakers as a new era begins for the central bank, right? Okay, and then we would see noteworthy economics report coming out this week. But we've already summarized that, so back to the overview. US ISM services PMI for May. Services activity drives most US GDP and will shape views on how durable growth and corporate revenue are. That's one of the most important indicators, if you ask me, because the productivity index or PMI is, it has been growing, and usually when it grows, the economy goes into an absolute uptrend, right? So that's something I look forward to. Probably, if there's an Iran deal, that would create this upwards shock. Now, US ISM manufacturing PMI for May, manufacturing equals productivity, but also, this whole AI robotics hitting the market would increase the productivity. And US labor productivity report, productivity data can influence views on unit labor costs and inflation, etc. So yeah, that is also happening. So now that has been Macro Monday. Very important for you guys. This is only educational, right? So education use only, this channel. This is personal research, not financial advice. This is my journey, what I do with this trading bot, and if I have to adjust it, etc. Avatar is a personal finance management education tool and accepts no liability for any decisions made or any financial losses that are incurred, because we cannot guarantee anything to you guys, right? So I see you in 2 days on Wednesday, when I will be answering questions about AI in finance and any questions that we get in the comments. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.